All right, good afternoon. You already know what time it is. It's your boy Big Rich. Time for some business mob stories. Season 2. Gentlemen, wipe your feet on the rug. Blow some smoke in the air. Let me know what you're smoking in the comments, all right? Make sure you like the video. Let's get right down to business by Jerry Capisci. Gangland News. Musical Consiglieres. Acquittal of Bonanno boss, the top mob story of 2019. The stunning acquittal of acting Bonanno boss Joseph Joe C. Cammarano and consigliere John Porky Zancocchio of all charges at the racketeering trial in March is 2019's top mob story of the year. The trial is also the linchpin for the Gangland's annual Defense Lawyer of the Year award and the focal points of several other awards and honorable mentions. The stunning defeat for the Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office was the first time that a mob chieftain whose name wasn't John Gotti was able to beat an all-encompassing racketeering indictment. And unlike the Dapper Don's 1987 acquittal, which the defendant bought and paid for, there is not even a hint of suspicion that there was anything untoward about this verdict. By all accounts, the feds lost this trial fair and square. Each mobster was acquitted of involvement in a decades-long extortion of a demolition contractor as well as participation in what feds dubbed a Bonanno crime family racketeering conspiracy from 2012 to 2018. Zancocchio was also found not guilty of a 2014 assault allegedly carried out in aid of racketeering. The favorable outcome for the defendants got a major assist from the government's reliance on key witness Peter PDBS Lavaglio. The aptly nicknamed PDBS earned the Gangland's I'll Swear to Anything award in 2018 for testifying that he was a made member of the East Coast LCN Enterprise, a fictitious entity made up by the feds, for the work in the Cammarano trial at the second trial we discussed below. The violent, hard-drinking turncoat Bonanno Capo earns the 2019's Worst Cooperating Witness Award. We also award a dishonorable mention, desgraciad, to the Homeland Security agents and NYPD detectives who teamed up with Lavaglio after he blinded a restaurant owner by smashing him in the face with a cocktail glass in 2015. The same award goes to the assistant U.S. attorneys who gave Lavaglio a cooperation agreement after he pled guilty to the unprovoked bathroom assault. Desgraciad. Y'all smell like desperation. Attorney John Marangolo, who shared the Defense Lawyer of the Year award in 2018, is hands down repeat winner of the award for 2019 for his musical Consiglieres defense strategy for Porky Zancocchio and his work in the 3 other organized crime cases. From start to finish, Marangolo mocked the allegation that his client was the family's consigliere, which prosecutors said was a lifetime position. He drove home the notion that calling a wise guy a consigliere was akin to playing the parlor game of musical chairs by noting during the trial a total of 5 Bonanno mobsters were identified as the family's consigliere. This is like musical consiglieres, Marangolo told the jury in his opening statement. He got Lavaglio to name 2 other Bonanno wise guys who were consiglieres for life during his cross-examination. And in his summation, he reminded the jury that Lavaglio had named the Bonanno mobster who had been a consigliere for a day. Marangolo acknowledged he sounded like a skipping record during the trial. Maybe everybody thought I was crazy throughout this trial when I kept saying, "Who's the consigliere?" said the attorney. If so, crazy like a fox. Following the verdict, co-defendant Albert Al Muscles Armetta, whose case had been severed from Zancocchio and Cammarano's, liked what he saw during the trial and hired Marangolo. He negotiated a plea deal to gambling charges that called for a recommended prison term of 6 to 12 months. In September, Armoretta did even better. He was sentenced to 3 months in prison. In November, another Marangolo client, Genovese soldier Salvatore Sally Di Mio, also came out on top when he faced the music in Brooklyn federal court for a $1.6 million tax evasion scheme. Despite a full-bore effort for a guideline sentence from 24 to 30 months by prosecutors, the judge meted out a mere 1-month prison term for the male. Even top sluggers sometimes go hitless in a big game. In White Plains Federal Court, another Marangolo client, Lucchese soldier Christopher Londano, was found guilty of the murder of former Purple Gang leader Michael Meldish and faces a mandatory life sentence. After Marangolo did an acquittal on the escape charge leveled by the government's key witness at the trial, serial bank robber David Evangelista, who gets the 2019 I'll Swear to Anything award. Evangelista fingered his own brother for one murder, a fellow hallway house cohort for another, and also testified that while he did eat dull razors and screws, he was never really trying to commit suicide. The only other charge that the government couldn't prove at that trial was an alleged attempted murder by Stephen Crea in 2012. Lucchese mobster Eugene Bubsy Castelli gets the worst plea deal decision award of 2019. Instead of taking 8 to 14 months behind bars, he took it to trial and lost. Like Al Muscles Armetta, the racketeering charges against Castelli had been severed from the Cammarano Zancocchio trial. Instead of taking a gambling plea, Bubsy rolled the dice, was convicted of racketeering, and sentenced in October to 77 months in prison by the same judge, Alvin Hellerstein, who had given 3 months to Armetta. While the Armetta plea deal was a good one, the best plea deal decision award of 2019 goes to Stevie Jr. Crea. The capo, son of the powerful underboss, pled guilty to a variety of crimes and agreed to accept 13 years in prison to avoid going to trial for the Meldish murder. There is no question he would have been convicted and facing life behind bars, even if, as he contends, and as 2 lie detectors tests clearly established, he had nothing to do with the killing. All right, so salute to Jerry Capisci. Thank you for the article. All right, so salute to everybody. Thank you for listening, Mob Stories. Make sure you like the video, comment. Of course, let me know what you're smoking on. Throw some smoke in the air, okay? Wipe your feet on the rug. You know the fucking rules. All right, this is your boy, Big Rich, Mob Stories, Season 2. Salute, and we will talk soon.